We sought the voices that could not be found. We found a place, we embraced what's right. We found ourselves in the dead of night. We will not back down, we will not decay. We are the voices that will not fade. We refuse to bow, we refuse to break. We will stand our ground, make no mistake. Cutting through the lies, nowhere to hide. We will find the place where truth resides. We will not be silenced. Roars in the night, echoes in the fight. We push back hard with all our might. A second coming, an afterlife. Through the chaos, we are revived. We are Our pain is flame, our fear reclaimed. We've walked through fire, and we remain. They tried to bury us, but we clawed through the earth. We rise to the surface, and we are
First of all, I want you two kids to know this is a safe space, okay? Feel free to express yourself. Don't be afraid. I sense there's an enabler here, but we'll get to that.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Seems like wings flew too close to the sun and got burned. Hello, we're the sun.
I would say more like disintegrated, but yes. And why are we the sun?
Because we shine a light in the darkness.
But we're goth. We are the darkness.
Oh, fire! Oh my goodness! What's the procedure? What do we do, people?
Bones are dead.
Oh, how did that happen?
One day to end the Sabbath, there's the Havdalah ceremony, which is lighting a candle, and she decides to light a match, and it breaks, and the match sets the tablecloth on fire.
And burned a hole into the tablecloth.
And after that, Raven lost her match privileges.
I want to use my matches. I like the way they smell, and I like watching them burn.
Yes, that's nice, honey. I just wish that the thing that was burning was in our tablecloth.
It was not my fault. The match was weak.
Are you bleeping yourself?
You bet your voice and little I am.
Can you stop
Raven.
using the bleep button?
What? I want to show my excitement in a way that doesn't get us censored by YouTube. So
I think it's funny because I heard what you were actually saying. You were saying blah, 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 blah. You weren't actually cursing at all. But wait, hold on.
I saw him take it.
What did you do?
I stole a secret chocolate stash. I'm getting chocolate, honey. Would you like some chocolate?
Why are you getting chocolate?
Because it'll help me calm down.
Okay.
Please?
Maybe we should wait till after the stream?
I don't wanna. I want chocolate now.
We're in the middle of a show.
And?
We're in the middle of a show. You're not eating chocolate right now.
But I'm upset and I want chocolate.
No, you just want chocolate.
That's too.
All right, listen up, you bunch of lost souls and weirdos. It's showtime. You want to survive in this world of pop culture chaos? Well, here's the secret. You got to hit that subscribe button over on Gothic Therapy's YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. Do it or I'll come knocking, and trust me, you don't want me as a house guest. Don't be shy. Whack that button like you're slamming the door of your in-laws. And hey, hit the bell too, or I'll be haunting your dreams. Catch you on the other side, baby.
In the heart of chaos where agendas collide, master of the TDS and Raven stand side by side. Exploring the madness, we uncover the proof with sharp wit and insight. We're the voice of the truth. Welcome to Psycho-Synopsis, the dark side of the truth. Dive deep into the madness you cannot refute. Secrets of the Asylum, come free your mind. Crazy or not, let us be your guide. Diving into the shadows where secrets reside. We'll tear down the facade of culture's villains can't hide. Wild theories and whispers in the dark. Join us on this journey, reignite the spark. So tune in and listen, let's start the debate. With Master and Light and Raven, your salvation awaits.
Welcome, Seekers of the Asylum.
For those searching for salvation,
Or embracing the insane.
you have come to the right place. Hi.
So let's address. So there's a couple of things you want to address. First off, I see people already talking about it in the chat about the hilariously high, crazy goal we have for super chats. And I'm going to tell you point blank.
It was not my idea. It was his.
There's a reason I did it. Okay. I don't want you to make it. That's the reason. I'll be honest. We're going to have, we have a sneak peek at our VTuber avatars. They look really good.
Mhm.
And we are trying in particular to, how do I put it? We're trying to not reveal them before the actual thing. But I'll be honest, I couldn't think of anything better to do for a story for this week. So I decided I would do it, but I'd make it impossible to reach because that's just the reason. So in other words, don't feel pressured at all to hit that goal because it is not meant specifically to not be hit.
I mean, we could have talked about meatloaf, but no.
If you want, I'll cancel it and put a different one. What do you want?
No, I want to see them do it. I want to see them try.
They're not doing it. They're not doing it.
Oh, come on.
I'll cancel it. I was doing it for fun.
No. Do not cancel it. You already committed to it, so keep it.
Nope. Canceling.
Oh, come on. Why?
Because I realize it's a little too high.
It's fun. I don't want to talk about meatloaf anymore. I want to see people struggle to reach the goal.
I don't think it's fair. I think it was too high. It was meant to be like a morbid joke.
Honey, you're too nice. You're just too nice sometimes. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, let's put it to a vote in the chat. Who
Wait.
wanted... Never mind.
Now the goal is meatloaf. That's it.
But
That's all it
not
says.
as-
Just
But
meatloaf.
that's not as fun now that I realize it.
Aww.
Boo! Change it back!
Nope, too late. It's done. Anyway, let's segue from that.
Wait, but is it still 50?
Nope, it's 20.
Okay, but which super chats count now?
$2
None
and
of,
up.
none of them. The goal has started all over again.
Yes, I got it. I made it. Okay, look, it was meant to be a joke. It was not a good joke. They're moving on from it now, okay?
It was a great joke! And I really wanted to see them struggle.
Muting Raven's mic. Anyway, so we're going to move on to the next things we have
Watching
here.
people
We're gonna
struggle is fun!
quiet.
No.
I will remove you from the show. I will turn this stream around. I will turn this stream around. Don't try me. It was meant to be a joke. It was bad. We're moving on from it. Anyways, let's move on to some more exciting news. We have to thank every single one of you because we have actually, within the past, as of last night?
It was last night, I think, yeah.
As of last night, we have hit and surpassed by quite a significant margin 17,000 subscribers. And we wanted to hit that by the end of the year. So we hit it. We did it.
Applause button.
I got it.
Yay.
It's a very short applause.
I know. Kind of lame.
How long is that? Hold on. That's like 4 seconds.
That wasn't even 4 seconds. That was like 2.
But yeah, anyways, so we hit that. We've hit that goal. That was actually our goal for the end of the year. So we've already hit that. So that is a very cool thing that we've done. Also, we have updates on the VTuber avatars, which you're not going to get to see because that joke didn't work. But I will say that they are looking much different, different in a good way. And Lifu's done an amazing job, and we are all set to have our debut January 1st.
Woohoo!
Now, the question is, I actually haven't checked. What day is January 1st? Might be a good idea to check. Thursday.
So, the Sunday after.
No, we'll either do the Sunday after or we'll do like a special stream for like an hour or something.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Why do I have to do everything?
Because you're the one who does everything for YouTube.
Oh, okay. Thanks, honey. That's nice.
I would do some stuff if you would let me.
Why is everybody? Oh, okay.
I've seen you edit enough to know how it works.
No. I don't trust you with the knife, and I don't trust you with editing tools.
Well, no one should trust me with a knife.
That's true. Anyway, but yes, so that is coming. Honestly, literally, guys, you don't seem to understand. We have about 3 to 4 shows left
with us as cartoons.
And then these cartoons will still be around, but yeah. Oh, Proctofellow has a good idea. We'll get to that. But yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just keep in mind, and that we will be changing. Things will be changing. Thank you for helping us hit 17,000. And we now have a new goal because people got annoyed about the 50 super chat one that we made on purpose that you weren't going to hit.
I think they could have.
Do we have anything else? Oh, Raven's birthday's coming up. You don't have to say the day. But Raven's birthday is coming up towards the end of this month, so that's cool.
Yep. Hooray! I'm turning 30. Yeah, I'm turning 30.
Oh no, he says, knowing full well that he is 31.
But I like bragging that I'm still in my 20s and it's going to end. It's not a birthday, it's a 20s funeral.
No, you just want it to be a funeral.
Well, considering that it is birthday decorations that represent a 20s funeral is actually a thing. Yes, I want that for my birthday. With a coffin cake.
Anyway.
And everyone needs to wear black.
Good luck with that. Anyway, so the goal. The goal is if we get 20 super chats from $2 or higher, we will let you guys know the meatloaf story. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Are we good now?
Yes.
Let's get into the chats. And let's say hi to the chat. We'll say hi to Odyssey. We'll do the super chats. And then we'll move into the first topic. So we got a packed show today.
Yes. Give me just a moment to get the timer.
You should have it ready. We've been doing this show for 63 episodes. And this is what you do? Shit.
3, 2, 1, begin.
The great one is here. in 8 hours before the stream.
Why do you do
diversity-
that?
Because I schedule at that point. I should make it private until later on.
Yes.
Maybe that'll work. Diversity officer clocking in under the weather today, but I think I should be around unless I pass out or something. Plushies for Raven, waffles for Master. The three-headed gator is real.
No.
But here's your diversity clip, I guess. I don't know why the three-headed gator is a thing now, but sure.
It's the differences that make our world so rich, diverse, and wonderful.
I still hate you, though.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Anyway, Griffin of Might says, I've gotten permits settled for the expansion to the Asylum and other renovations. New pits underway. I hope you don't mind. I raided the graveyard to make Frankenstein monsters to help. And then they cleaned up the fountain that definitely doesn't have sharks in it. And okay, I have no idea what you're doing with the Asylum, and quite frankly, if you're hallucinating expansions, you can do whatever you want.
Yes, but as long as you make sure to put the bodies back where you found them.
No, let them wander. Proctopile says, so that's how the great one here. I start to shop for the first. He posted the message 8 hours early. Yep. Karasu Shiro says, clocking in from my bed to say congratulations to both of you for 17K. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to 2000K and beyond. Karasu Shiro.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Drevlock is here, clocking in. I've designed a new snuggle vest with fleece lining for a warmer self-love. Try it, Uggy.
A what?
This is all I have to say.
Well, you just bought yourself a week of no TV with that comment, mister!
Yeah, what he said.
Banned. No, I'm just kidding. Agent Swordmaster says, probably won't be able to do memes tonight. We'll be listening in the back. That's fine.
No!
The fact that anybody decides to do memes for us is cool, which, by the way, if you guys want to, we have in our Discord server, we have a specific room called memes of streams. And if you have any memes that you want to share, you can always drop them in there. It doesn't have to be just a couple people. Feel free to drop whatever. We're trying to make it a thing where we, at the end of the stream, go over the memes, but only have a couple people doing it there, which is fine. The fact that we even have a couple is great, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's not as fun if it's only a couple of people.
True. Thunderkid says, clocking in super early, Master and Raven. Since you have nothing special other than some announcements in the future, I recommend you check out Ash vs. Yuki when you can. Closer than I thought, but fun. So I know that that's out, and honestly, we wanted to watch it, but we've had a really busy day. And when I saw it was 30 minutes, I'm like, no, not happening right now. So maybe we'll watch it tomorrow at some point. We'll let people know what we think.
Maybe, but Yugi wins. I don't care what anybody says. Yugi has gods on his side. What does Ash have? What does Ash have that can defeat? What does Ash have that can defeat a god?
Ash Greninja.
What's that?
You haven't watched. Anyways, Russ Williams says, hey, all, clocking in. But Potter Decker Miller says, hello. ASMR John, that's a new name. Maybe. I don't know the hand because it shows the handles now.
But if you are new, hi.
Morbid Fury says, greetings to all. Vowels no vowels says Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Miles Morales pretends to be Spider-Man. Is he Peter? No, he's not. He's just another DI snot. Look out. Here comes Spider Scam. No. Eagle Eyes is clocking in. Youngblood Race is clocked in and fed the fountain sharks. Hail all. There are no sharks in the fountain. Demolition Deuce is watching Tora in honor of the Navy today. Tomorrow, popping in midway to finish the duology. Cool. Sylvan says, like and subscribe, or Master asleep on the couch tonight. We don't. Well, I mean, we don't do that in this house because Raven doesn't like when I sleep on the couch. I actually threatened to sleep on the couch to get her to forgive me for things. Because I'll sleep on the couch, and she goes, no.
No, it's not to forgive you for things, although that works too. It's as a threat to make me stop doing stupid things.
Or I could just pretend to be mad at her, honey. I'm mad at you.
Please stop. You know I hate it when you do that.
Honey,
You know, honey, I know you
You
was a
can't
joke,
even see my face. How in the world are you getting upset at me?
because I hate it when you do that.
I am literally telling you, I am going to pretend to get mad at you. Honey, I'm mad at you.
I don't like it. Chat, tell him to stop. Because I actually am getting upset. No, I actually am getting upset. I actually do get upset when you do that. I don't know why, but I just don't like it.
Sorry.
Please stop it.
I'm not even there.
I don't care. I don't like it. Stop it.
Okay, fine. Jeremy Hughes review says, hello, members of the night shift. Hello.
Hi.
305,000 says, woo, another banger hit. Oliver Reincarnation is waving hi. Chaos God Luzabelle says, hi, Master. Did you know Death Battle aired Ash vs. Suzuki today? Yes, I did. I haven't gotten to it yet. Odin Darkest here says, hail the night shift. Deku Leader says, Deku clocking in, and I have had it with Warhammer 40k Tourists and Gundam. They're being insufferable. Play the clip. Nobody cares. Well, since you asked that if I could... I don't understand. I put these clips...
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
He also asked for the I've had it clip.
Oh, well, no. We haven't had it yet. And we don't have enough time. TJ Art and Comics says, hail, all just clocked in. Let's have a good shift.
Yes.
Captain JPS says, clocking in, there's only one Spider-Man and he ain't black. CEW, CE Winnick. CE Winnick says, hi.
New person.
No, he's been around.
Oh. I didn't recognize him.
Chris Styles, who never goes to sleep and stays up to watch us. Hello, Master, and hope you're doing well. Clocking in for the night shift. You don't have to. You could go to sleep, you know.
You can watch the replay. Go to bed.
He's not going to do it. We've tried.
If you're in Europe, you should be asleep.
Catherine Testboss says, God's telling you to get an arc lighter. Yeah, we thought about it. Ref says, clocking in from the Asylum bouncy castle, but the walls are stiff and all in one color.
We have a bouncy castle?
He's talking about a padded cell. The walls are stiff and they're all one color and bouncy.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Joel Jimenez says Bing Bing is truly fun. I don't know what that is. Merit66 says clocking in.
Hello.
Archlord Doonriders is clocking in from the pyro side of the force. My brother used to have 3 fire extinguishers in his room. Okay.
Is he a fireman or something?
No, I think he was saying that he was responding to your lighting a match that set our tablecloth on fire, which never mind.
It was not my fault.
Yes, it was. You literally lit a match over the tablecloth.
That match was weak. It is not my fault. It broke.
You didn't have to use the match. Anyway, Sensei 289 says, let her eat the chocolate. Let them eat chocolate. Reaper Knight's clocking in. Janko Orange says, I'm here. I'm trying to get Eric Bastos Solis says, hail.
Hello.
Tailfin 59 says, your favorite haunted Cadillac here clocking into the Asylum garage. We have a garage.
Mm.
Jeff Wee says, hi, how are you? Good. Sergeant Sapien says, hello. Just a passerby says she is naturally loud. Yep. Talking about you.
Oh, yes.
I would assume.
Yes, that's very true. I am.
Wild Guitar and says, hopefully Master's Avatar comes with a broom for his bad kitty moments. I actually haven't asked for that.
That's actually a really good idea for a toggle.
Well, Leafu's doing this for us. We'll talk about it in the future.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else is here? I'm looking. Do we have eyelids now? We will. Yes. Danny G2 says, it's my 2 favorite Flash cartoon people. Not for much longer, only a couple weeks.
We're going to be 3D soon.
Nobody has spoken since I thought she writes with a knife and I saw her super chat. I'll get to it in a minute. Hello. Let's see. Burnt Toast Based Girlfriend is here. Let's see. Am I finding anybody else? Abe CC. Abe
Timer
CC
is up.
reposted the stream. Thank you. We'll get to. We can't read any more messages, but we will see who else is here. Salutations. Let's see who else is here. I'm looking. I always miss people, I feel. I'm looking. Ashes Reborn. We'll read this one and we'll end here to go to Odyssey. Hello, sorry to be late. Hope you all are doing well and enjoying this lovely cold day. All of you are amazing, and I hope you realize how appreciative I am of each of you. Oh, well, thank you. And Andres Campos is here as well. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, good. All right. Over on Odyssey, we have Sanjay Himura says, test, paging the dragon, which immediately was responded to by Hallucinations of Opal Dragon saying, here, if you believe in me, that is. Yep. There's 90 people already. Hi, Happy Dino. Just to say hi. We're moving on to Odyssey stuff. There's 9 people here. You guys are nuts. But yeah, Illustrator is also there. Yeah, so I think we got everybody. Let's go into the super chats. We got a couple.
Macy 1000 has been a member for 24 months. Holy crap.
Insane. Thank you.
Yo, congrats, you two, for the 17 grand subs. Thank you. Hope you all have a faboo stream, not a word. And I'll catch the rebound.
Be nice.
I'm getting all snuggled up, snuggle vest for bed.
Thank you for being a member for 24 months. You are insane.
Seriously. Baked Buddhist for 2. Pennies for the plush fund.
She doesn't need any more plushies. She literally does not have room.
I need a new shelf for plushies. Nobody has spoken for 2. MTDS, what is your suggestion?
I was going to get back to you on it after the stream because we've been a little busy today. My suggestion was, I know you did it specifically for Twitter, but it would be cool because we kind of show our Discord during streams. We show our Discord do we have a meme channel? And not that it's a big deal that people know what other people I've been talking to or whatever, like on the side, it shows what other groups you're in, but it would be cool if that could be blurred out. I don't know if that's a possibility, and I'm not trying to make you more work. But if it was a thought that came up, I'm like, it'd be awesome if we could do the same thing for Discord. It was just a thing we just kind of blurred it out. But again, I know that Discord and Twitter are 2 separate things, so I was just curious. So I was throwing that out there.
Burnt Toast Space Girlfriend for $9.99. Clocking in, I think we could have made that goal, LOL. I agree.
No.
I think it would have been fun to watch them try.
It would have been $5 per, and they would have had to get 50 of them. It would have been way too much money, and we're not here for the money necessarily. So I think it was I think the joke was meant to be. It was meant to be a joke, and it wasn't as good. So, as I wanted it to be anyway. Jeff, we sent $1 and said nothing.
Yeah, it's not even a sticker. It's just nothing. Bergto Space Girlfriend for $4.99. Sharks and gators in the fountain? There are no gators.
If you see a hallucination,
we are not liable. You signed the paperwork to enter our asylum. We are not liable for anything.
Yep.
Nobody has spoken. Gifted 1 Gothic Therapy membership. Aw, just 1? No, I'm kidding. Thank you.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Thank you very much for letting someone join our asylum.
I don't get it.
Who and what?
Who made me say what?
I am confused.
That'd be a separate project, but I'll put it on the list. Again, you don't have to do it. It was more of a thought because I thought it worked really well. Don't worry about it. It's not something you have to do. It was just a thought. I was like, would it? And because again, it's a completely different thing. I don't get it. Anyway, let's move on to our actual topics and stuff and non-gator related hallucinations. Okay, so we got a packed stream for today, and we got some great topics. So, without further ado,
Let
let's
us
get into
begin.
the first one. Hold on 1 second. Let me get it up. All right, here we go. And here we go. Netflix bags Warner, and they all start to roar.
Theaters feel death scratching close at the door.
Massive change looms unless DC brings the fight.
And slams down the merger, banned clean outright. Ooh boy, bloodbath!
I mean, I guess you could call it a bloodbath, but that's
I'm calling it a bloodbath.
It's not really a bloodbath unless it gets approved.
I'm calling it a bloodbath. I'm calling it a bloodbath. I don't care. I don't care. I want to call it a bloodbath. I like saying the word.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so let's talk about this because this has a lot of implications. So first off, as you can see, Netflix posted. Do you want to read what Netflix posted?
Certainly. Today, Netflix announced our acquisition of Warner Brothers. Together, we'll define the next century of storytelling, creating an extraordinary entertainment offering for audiences everywhere. Flamboyant.
Yeah, and then I'm the one who added the what's it called?
Waka 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 waka.
The Pac-Man. I found it. Someone else did it.
Waka 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 waka.
I found it and decided to put it there, but I thought it made sense. So let's talk about this. So first off, there is a chance that this will not go through because keep in mind, this is a big change. This is a big thing. You might not think it is, but it kind of is in a sense where if this happens, basically I keep making this comparison and nobody else seems to understand or remember what it is. Do you guys remember a game from a while back called Agario?
That sounds familiar.
So it was a game where you had a bunch of different colored blobs and your goal was eating up other blobs. And honestly, I feel like there are just a bunch of big blobs. One of them's Netflix, one of them's Disney, one of them's whatever. And they're just eating the other blobs. And at the end of the day, we'll end up having them all eat each other.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. It's a snowball effect.
Yes, but whether this goes through or not is not the point. If it does go through, there's going to be some major changes. Now, Netflix has already come out and made some things clear, but the first thing people were concerned about is what does this mean for theaters? Because Netflix is not a movie studio. They are a streaming service.
And streaming has really impacted theaters. A lot.
Yeah. So what they said is if this does go through is that they're going to change the amount of time it takes between projects and kind of, appeal to consumers more, which I think is pretty good. But I do not like this fact that is happening because I think having separation between some of the major franchises is a good thing. At the same time, I also think having multiple different streaming services is a recipe for a disaster. Now, a lot of people these days like to stream things and watch movies at home, especially if they're available, right?
That is true. I mean, I can say that we've done the same thing once it's available on the streaming service. If we were not able to see it in theaters.
Yeah.
That is the thing.
But it is. It is a very common thing. It's not unusual to do, and it makes a lot of sense given that the viewing habits of people have, changed quite a lot. And I will bring up the coof and say that it did impact things, but it's not just that. Now, keep in mind, Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers would also mean Netflix has made some very controversial decisions in the past, like, for example, cuties and race swapping things and whatever. It's become a meme. There's a lot of factors here, but the main one is what would this mean for theaters? And even if it changes how movies are released in Warner Brothers in theaters, I still think we have to understand the bigger picture here is the fact that this can even happen. And the fact that all these things are being bought out and being absorbed, at the end of the day, what's to stop it from eventually all being one just big company? And that, I think, is the worst thing. Go ahead, sorry.
Absolutely nothing is stopping that from happening. All it takes is a matter of acquisition and the right amount of money.
So we'll have to wait and see how this goes. I've been told that there is a hush-hush order that no one's allowed to talk about the merger, what's going on behind the scenes. I do believe the CEO of Netflix has said some things like about the streaming windows and whatever. But we won't know for sure if this gets put through, but the changes and the implications of such a big, massive acquisition is something to keep in mind. It has been done before, okay?
True.
At the same time, there's a lot of things going on here, a lot of factors to consider. It is possible that it goes through and that it's a good thing. It's possible that it goes through and it's a terrible, horrible thing. Chances are, if it does go through, it's going to be a combination of both. But I think the best possible outcome here would be for it to get slapped down, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to. I think they're going to allow it.
Why do you think they're going to allow it? Because Warner Brothers has been struggling to make money?
I think they'll allow it because at this point, ask yourself this. If they've already allowed other like Paramount and Sky, Comcast, all this kind of stuff, they're all bidding for this, right? If there was a huge problem with this happening, you'd think that when the bidding began, someone would have said something or interjected. The fact that the bidding was even allowed to go on makes some interesting questions. Now,
that
again,
is a good point.
Sorry, go ahead.
That is a good point. I actually didn't think of that.
Yeah, so again, it's just something to consider. Again, we will not know for sure if this goes through, but it does potentially bode a very chilling future. I think that it should be slapped down. I think it shouldn't be allowed. I think it's way too big of an acquisition. But I think that at the end of the day, I think one thing that would be quite funny is if all these companies end up getting absorbed into one thing and then we just have one streaming service, we could just call it cable.
Why do I feel like that is what's going to end up happening eventually?
It all comes back around again.
Yes. There
So
is
we'll
nothing
have to
new
see.
there is nothing new under the sun, as I once heard said.
Yes, and also I want to make clear that the Warner Bros. Discovery, that they're doing like a split is still happening. So even if they acquire that, there's a lot of moving parts to this, and it's going to be very difficult to see what the outcome of this is, but there's a lot of implications, a lot of changes that could come from this, and it's important to at least note this and recognize this. And even if this does get slapped down, the implications of this is still a big thing, because if Netflix doesn't get him, the question is, who will?
Probably Disney.
No, Disney's not bidding for them. I think that if they don't, I believe Paramount will get them.
Fair.
I mean, if you think about it,
I just mean because I'm pretty sure Disney has the money.
Disney won't do it. They don't have the money right now. They have the money, but they don't have the money to spend right now. And they already acquired a lot of like Fox, and I think they don't have the money for that.
That merger was insane.
I think Paramount will do it. And I think that I will say, I don't like the idea, but Warner Paramount isn't a terrible name. But yeah, regardless, this is a big thing. We've seen all these changes. We'll have to wait and see if this gets slapped down or not, and we will keep you updated on that as more information comes in.
Indeed, we shall. But until then, I'm still calling it a bloodbath.
Whatever. Okay. Well, that's an interesting one. We had to cover it. Disney lost too much money from Fox, 100%.
True.
100%. WGA and SAG-AFTRA made their bets of pushing out talent for the message like a broken clock. They might be right by wanting to block the merger. Yeah, look, we don't have to agree with SAG-AFTRA or whatever, but I think that it's a way too big of an acquisition. Now, just because they're saying that they're still going to have Warner Brothers things in theaters, which is what they're saying, that doesn't mean that won't change. And I think it's very important to recognize this fact and recognize that I don't think it's a good thing. I think having everything eat each other is not a good thing. I think that, remember when Netflix used to do this thing where they had things licensed out to them on their streaming service? Why can't we go back to that? I get it. It's not profitable, at least not in the way that it was before. But why can't we go back to that? That's what I want.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
Ash,
nice?
I do kind of want it to happen because it'll be absolutely hilarious when the Snyder fans don't get their way having Cyberverse brought back from the grave. Yeah, I think that won't happen regardless. Let's see. If they nuke the theaters, then Hollywood is DOA. People see new movies if they do good at the box office, not enough to watch on Amazon and Netflix originals. To be fair, Netflix is kind of doing better than all of them because they got their foot in the door really early. So
that is
just
true.
keep that in mind. I think Netflix will be fine regardless. I think Netflix won't ever crumble. I think that we'll just kind of see. Okay, Netflix is literally the Sweet Baby Inc. of streaming. I would push back on that, and I would say that some branches of Netflix are the Sweet Baby Inc. of streaming, because to be fair, there are some terrible shows on there, and there are also some decent ones. Like, you got to recognize that. That doesn't mean I'm saying go subscribe to Netflix and enjoy. No, I'm saying you got to admit that they have made some decent shows, much less in the past couple of years, but they do have some talented people there, even if it's very much infested with ideology and agenda at that point.
True. I mean,
Aren't Monopoly laws
Demon
a thing?
Hunters.
Aren't Monopoly laws a thing? Yep. And yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters did really well. So, you gotta recognize that there are some things that they're doing that are pretty good. And I know that K-pop Demon Hunters was a whole different thing with them acquiring it, and Disney, I think Disney passed on it. It's a lot to keep in mind, but just and it's cable. It's all commercials again. Yep. We peaked in the 90s. True. Tubi is the best streaming service. I've tried Tubi. It's okay. We use Roku mostly, so. But look, we'll have to see what happens. I just think that there has been some good stuff there and in Netflix, and we have to recognize that. Even if they're ideology filled or whatever, you have to. You have to recognize it. There are certain things on Netflix that have done well. That doesn't mean that Netflix overall isn't infested. It just means that there are things that have done well. And so you could see, like what's happening there. MK over on Odyssey is talking to Hallucination Developer Dragon about a game called The Last Caretaker. So I don't know what that is, but I did want to mention that and say hi. So
hello.
Roku has more. Tubi has more commercials than regular TV. Roku's a bit better than Tubi. Yeah, it's fine. You mean the Roku channel or the device that has Tubi on it? We don't go on the Roku channel. We have Roku for our TV and we use it. But yeah. Again, it's not about which app is good for which. I just honestly think the fact that we have so many different streaming services was always a recipe for disaster, and it was always going to happen. The slopopoly, yep, 100%. As long as it doesn't affect K-pop Demon Hunters 2, then no wells. Fair enough.
Getting a sequel?
Yep, it is.
Of course it is.
We have some super chats to get to.
Yes. Ashes Reborn for 2. I wish they'd make a comic-accurate The Mask movie. Hey, at least I finally saw the movie.
They did have the show. There was a show, a cartoon. Sorry, taking a drink. Don't know if people know that. There was a show that was... There was a cartoon of The Mask that aired. It was like this continuing adventures of Stanley Ipkiss after the movie.
Huh. GS Wolfwood for 2. This merger is pouring stagnant water into sludge.
Yep. Look, it's interesting, and we'll have to see what happens with it, but it's always going higher. There can be only one. Rob Paulson voiced him in the animated show. Yep. The cartoon's pretty good. Can't lie. All right, guys. We got some decent media therapy for you guys today. We're going to talk about marketing and how marketing has been changing lately with one company that you least expect it to have this change in marketing.
Oh, yeah.
But even so, even if it's a company that we're not too fond of, we do have to recognize when things change and, when certain things are done well. So without further ado,
let us show it.
All right. So there was a billboard recently that went kind of viral on Twitter because it was a Disney billboard for Percy Jackson and the Olympians. But there was something quite unique about it. So we're going to watch and react to this. And again, we know this is Disney. But you gotta admit this is pretty good marketing, and I wish we could see more of it.
Yes.
As you could see when they shot there, it went shot like water out of it. Made it look like it splashed the water out. That was pretty cool. Like, why is this not a thing that more people do? Yes, I know it's Disney, and we're not saying you should watch.
I don't care that it's Disney. Yes, they own Percy Jackson, so they can do what they want with it. But this is advertising.
Really cool. You see what it did? It dragged it down. That's how it goes. Gotta admit that's cool.
Yes.
It looks like it's coming out. It's really cool. It looks like it's coming out of the screen.
It's
You gotta
very
admit
well
that's
done.
cool, guys.
I don't care.
Look.
Yeah, even if it is Disney, you cannot deny that is marketing done right.
And the thing they've been doing recently with the like animatronic characters from shows like with Stitch and whatever and Zootopia, you got to admit that's pretty decent marketing. I'm not saying go watch Percy Jackson. I think the show is mediocre and I haven't seen it. I've heard things about it. I think it's not great. They made some changes when they said they weren't going to. But I think the fact that this is a thing that you can watch this kind of, like, I mean, I muted it so we could talk over it, but look at how the lights flicker on top, whatever. Why don't we have more of this? We've seen some, 3D billboards, whatever, but this doesn't look that difficult to maintain. And this is something that would get people to watch things. Like, for a minute, humor me for a minute. Imagine we get the next Sonic movie and it makes it look like Sonic is running, right, past stuff, like in the background. And whatever, or and then you hear like it blows air or something. I don't know how they would do it, but the idea is this doesn't have to be just a Disney thing. This could be something that's used to revitalize marketing in certain ways that I think is kind of cool. So you got to admit it. Even Disney, even if it's Disney, you got to admit that's pretty cool. The water actually goes below into a basin and it gets recycled to be used again. It gets caught. So that is pretty cool. We have to recognize it. I'm not saying Disney is great, but this is pretty cool. This billboard is cool. I guarantee there will be some people who literally go and watch the show just because of the billboard.
Yeah, I can imagine so. Because, like I said, this is
good.
No. Annabeth should be blonde-haired, gray-eyed with a California tan.
But yeah, as you can see, there's a basin there.
Is written.
There's a basin here, and it catches the water and it recycles it. They could reuse the display at Splash and Water when Sonic runs across the ocean. They could, but that's what I'm saying. There's so many uses for this kind of marketing that you think they do it more. And yes, you can see it's wet around and there's spray. I'm not saying it's perfect, and I'm not saying they should roll it out for everything, but I'm saying it would be really, really cool to see more of this because this is something that's entertainment on its own. Even if the show sucks, watching this, imagine it with fire. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Ooh, that would be like that would be a Rammstein concert.
No. Imagine it with like fire, when like someone's using fire could put blasts out like flame. That would be a fire hazard, obviously. But you got to admit,
yeah, it would be a Rammstein concert. If you know,
I don't
you
know
know
what that is.
If you know, you know.
I don't know. But you got to admit that this is really cool to splash. And then look, what's really cool is it looks like the glass shatters. See? There's little pieces on the top, but it didn't actually shatter. It's just the glass looking like it shattered, and then they leave shattered pieces. So you could see that it looks like it's shattered, but it's actually not. It looks like the thing broke out and shattered the glass. I think that's really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta admit. Look, I don't like Disney, but that was cool. That was cool. Masters No Ramstein. I lived under a rock. Okay?
Rammstein.
I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
It's a German metal band, and they're known for their live shows are known for their crazy pyrotechnics.
Ah, that's why I don't know. I don't listen to metal.
You're
They
missing
used
out
actual
on
water
life.
for that. Oh my god, they did. A hell-themed movie could have a flaming hell billboard, for example. Imagine like an Avengers Doomsday with like flares of fire or something. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool.
Yes.
I mean, I know that there's only so much they can do, but you know what I mean? Everybody's just getting mad at me for not knowing Ramstein. I'm going to ignore all that.
Rammstein. They're German.
Don't care.
Ashes Reborn for 2. This is advertising done right. We need more of it. Yes.
It's pretty cool. You gotta can't deny.
Nope. Cannot.
So catch me up after the stream. It's sick. Okay, whatever. All right. I'll take your guys' word for it. I don't know it too. Okay, see? I'm not bad. See?
Sure.
Rare Disney win. I got to admit, their animatronics and their billboards have been great lately. I wish their shows and movies were of that quality, but clearly not.
Yeah. If only.
All right, we're already moving on to our second topic. Let's see if we can we have that it does what it do? Can we keep a streak going with tier 1 until we hit our VTuber avatars? Can we do that? I think we can.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. Universal has better animatronics than Honesty. They do. Yeah, come on, guys. We could get there. We can hit tier 1. Come on. All right. Let's move on to our next topic we got here. Let's see if we can hopefully we can get tier 1 so it does what it do. And we get Pot of Greed. But otherwise, into the second topic. You ready, honey?
Yes. Let's go.
Star Wars comes back and the old cut revives.
The film from 1977 returns. It somehow survived.
We celebrate now, though the sequels still remain.
Disney killed Star Wars, and this release cannot cleanse the pain. They are really only doing this just because they know the originals make money.
Well, that and also they're banking on nostalgia. You gotta recognize that even as bad as Star Wars is nowadays and as terrible as what Disney has done with Star Wars, the original trilogy has stay power. It does. Right?
I mean, yeah, why else would they be re-releasing it?
Yes, but apparently, so the original version from 1977 is something that has never been released. I think it was only released on VHS. It has never been released because George Lucas ended up changing it and adding things to it and whatever and kind of messing with it. So we got the special editions and whatever. But a lot of people remember watching the original in theaters when they were young, or when they saw it for the first time and going and watching. Like I remember, I think my mom or my dad mentions that they remember sitting in a theater and just watching it over and over. Right. And I think that this is going to be controversial. Okay. I think this is a good thing. And
why do you think it's a good? Tell us why.
I think it's a good thing because I don't think Disney is good. I don't think Disney should get money. And I know they will get money from this. I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't, that they're not going to. But the fact that this is out there, and yes, people are saying that it's against George Lucas's wishes and he wouldn't want it that way. And yes, I understand all that, okay? But George Lucas doesn't own it anymore. Disney has done a terrible job of it. And I think the very least they could do, after all the suffering they put us through, they could at least give the fans of the original the original movie, and hopefully, they put it out on like a VHS or Blu-ray or something like that. Not VHS, DVD or Blu-ray or something like that eventually. And that would be a good thing because I think this, okay? Here is the main reason.
What is it?
I think it would be great for someone who saw this movie in 1977 to be able to go and watch it with their child and see the original version because they're releasing this in theaters in 2027. So I'm not saying Disney is doing the right thing here. I don't think that we should support Disney. I don't think what Disney has done with Star Wars is a good thing, but I think that this deserves to be out there in the world. And yes, there are projects that have tried to revive it and despecialized it and whatever. But let's be honest, getting some of the original restored footage of the original as it was would be nice. And I think it's something that we deserve. Now, I'm not going to go see it. I don't really feel like I want to. Maybe I'll change my mind when it gets closer. But I think that this deserves to be out there so that parents and children can view it and get the same experiences that they wanted, and parents can share it with their children the way they remember it, not the specialized versions or whatever. But at the same time, I don't think this is going to save Star Wars. I think that if anything, this is going to embarrass Disney to a crazy degree, because if this makes money, and I think it will.
Oh, it totally will.
Imagine for a minute, guys, even if we don't like Disney, imagine if this movie makes more money than The Rise of Skywalker. Imagine that.
It totally will. You know it will.
I don't know. We don't know. But imagine that this does better than The Mandalorian Grogu. Imagine The Mandalorian Grogu comes out and this one does better than it. A re-release of the original goes better. Do you have any idea how strong of a message that'll be sending to Disney? Even if it's something to keep in mind, that'll be a huge slap in the face.
I could totally see that happening too.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that it's going to magically make Disney change, but I think that it will really imagine this. Imagine Mandalorian Grogu comes out and it doesn't do as well. And this comes out and it does amazing, like makes tons of money. It will 100% cement that the people who do not like what Disney has done with the sequel trilogy are the majority. We all know it's the majority of people, but it will make it even more clear that that is the case.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is a good point.
But look,
indeed.
There were many changes made to Star Wars because of the special editions. And there were a couple changes that I didn't like. Like, for example, changing and making Anakin there from the prequels. I didn't like that for The Force Ghost, making it that Han didn't shoot first, that Greedo shot first, and then Han was the only one who was supposed to shoot. And there's lots of stuff that they changed. There was even a cut scene from 1977 of a stand-in for Jabba the Hutt, and the scene wasn't original because it was cut from the movie. It wasn't originally put back in until much later.
That's the one that's at the top right corner, correct?
Yes. Now, you can see that the changes they've made, and they keep improving it. Look, I'm all for improving movies in a certain sense, okay? I think changing them is way, way worse. I think that if you're going to make changes and you're going to have the special editions, you should have it like with the ability to turn that off. But George Lucas wanted it a certain way and tried to replace it everywhere. So I think that it needs that the original version, that's not the despecialized one, that's the original from the originals, original copy, should be a thing that everybody has access to. And if it's out in theaters, someone will leak it somewhere and it will be preserved for all time, and everybody will be able to see that version of it again. Which I think
because the internet is forever.
But look, do I think this is going to save Disney? No.
No.
Do I think Star Wars is going to be savable? No.
No.
Do I think that this is going to magically make Disney change their minds? No.
No.
What I simply think is the fact that this is out, it will be out there in the world, is a good thing. The rest, it being Disney, promoting this, getting money off of it, I'm not endorsing that. I think Star Wars is way too far gone at this point, and I don't think anything they're going to do is going to make it come back.
But it is still going to make money because it is original trilogy and the original cut. People who
Yes.
saw the original cut are going to want to see it again for nostalgia's sake, and that is how how it is going to make money. I can totally see that happening.
Yeah, I look, I don't think this is going to make any major changes. I don't think this is going to do anything in regards to Disney or make Disney change their mind. If anything, it might just make them feel like they need to remake the original movies, which would be horrible.
Or they could just re-release the original movies as they were intended.
They're not going to do
which,
that.
Which they're totally not going to do, I know.
You know what they'll do? They'll go back and they'll remake the movies and they'll make sure to insert Ray, Mary Sue, Girl Boss references and stuff like that, and they'll just do all that stuff. Look, I honestly don't see anything good out of this except for the fact that this movie will be out there for people who genuinely care about the series and genuinely still care about Star Wars. And I'll be honest, I'm not really one of them anymore.
Yeah.
I thought this was cool. Go ahead.
So did I. Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I also thought this would be cool. I definitely can see it making money because it's original Star Wars. But
here's the question, honey. Sorry, go ahead.
No, tell me, what is the question?
Would you want to go see it?
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like this would have been a major event, and I'm sure it'll make money, but at this point, I'm just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, which is the unfortunate thing.
The thing that I think is the most important, I will always bring this up. I was exposed to Star Wars, especially the prequels. Okay, and I know people have different opinions on the prequels, but I watched the prequels with my father when I was younger. And me and him didn't get along on everything. And that was one of the first things that we kind of got along with. And I remember sitting there and I remember having Star Wars themed birthday parties and all this stuff. So for me, the prequels and the original trilogy will always hold a special place in my heart, not because of the content, but because of the experience. And I think that there are people out there who experienced the 1977 version who will be able to, now experience it with their children.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that experience is powerful and deserves to be a thing. That does not mean I endorse Disney or anything that they've done, but I think that the fact that that will be something that will be able to happen is a very magical thing. And unfortunately, it's magic that Disney has clearly lost.
Yes. For me, my best memories of being introduced to Star Wars is winter nights sitting in front of the fireplace with the family, roasting marshmallows as we watched the originals. Those are some good memories. Before my dad broke the fireplace.
That sounds like an interesting story that we won't have to go into. But anyways,
I remember.
remember.
Yeah, he forgot to open the flue before lighting the fire, and it melted.
Then it fused together. Yeah,
and the latch melted, and we could never use the fireplace again. Thanks, Dad.
But yeah, look, I think that the experiences this will enable people to have is the most magical thing. And if that means Disney makes a little money, they make a little money. I think that the impact of being able, people who were kids being able to watch it with their kids.
That is a powerful thing. That is a powerful thing.
Yeah. But otherwise, we'll have to see how this goes over. It's not a couple years out still, but it's interesting nonetheless.
Yes.
One of my favorite birthdays as a kid was Star Wars thing. It's been a rough thing what Disney does to it. Yeah, I'll be honest, I remember having a birthday party when I was younger, which we ended up watching Attack of the Clones. And yes, I know people don't like Attack of the Clones, but we all watched it and we all had lightsabers, like cheapo lightsabers.
Yes.
And we all during what we did was we were watching it with sleeping bags on the floor. And we all, when there were scenes with lightsabers, we all pulled them out and started fighting each other while they were fighting in the movie. So I feel
like I did that with my friends too.
But like, that's what I'm saying. For me, I don't think Attack of the Clones is an amazing movie. But for me, I remember being a young kid and going, oh, Yoda's fighting. I'm going to jump around with my green lightsaber and attack and fight my friend. Like, come on. You got to admit that's pretty cool. You got to admit that would make anybody like that movie. You know what I mean?
I remember begging for a purple lightsaber because I was tired of using the red one. And I wanted my own lightsaber and I wanted it to be purple. And finally my mom caved and let me get a purple lightsaber.
So I actually still have it somewhere. I have an original green Luke Skywalker lightsaber, like one of the first ones. It's really old. It actually broke at one point and was restored.
Is that the one that's in the box?
Yep, it's a really, really not. It's like one of the original Luke Skywalker lightsabers. Like, it doesn't even fully like go back into the hilt. The blade stays out partially.
Yes, I think it's up on a mantle in the closet.
Cool. Nerds, yes, nerds,
and proud of it.
Thanks Disney for ruining it. Yeah, Attack of the Clones is a masterpiece compared to TLJ. I think anything's a masterpiece compared to TLJ. Honestly, TLJ has no plot.
The Room is probably a masterpiece compared to TLJ.
Thanks for joining our therapy. Thanks for joining our therapy group. I got to change that message. Thanks for joining the Asylum, Daniel Paulino.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your stay in madness.
My favorite actor, Christopher Lee, was in that movie. Is the only reason I watch Attack of the Clones or tolerate it. Fair enough. But
Legend.
Look, I think having that ability, be able to be there, the ability of people to experience that is a nice thing.
Yes, we can't deny that.
I cried as a child when I realized Anakin turned to Darth Vader when the Sith first came out. Aw.
I remember that I was too young to see it in theaters.
Jose Taco says, Raven, that was a hit from your husband that he wants to watch the original with you. No, I do not. I'll be honest. I want to like Star Wars. I don't.
It's a shame.
I don't feel anything for it anymore. The reason we're covering it is I think that the only thing I have left of Star Wars now that I can still feel something for is the experiences that I had with it when I was young.
Yeah. Same. I think that's all any of us have now.
That's all I have. I have that. I always will carry those memories in my heart, and Disney will never be able to take those away from me. The experience with my father, the experience with my friends, those things will always stay with me. And those things were gifts that were given to me by Star Wars existing. So I can at least appreciate Star Wars for what it once was and what it did for me. But I don't care about it anymore. I just don't.
Yeah. And it's a shame. It really is a shame.
I saw each of the original trilogy in theaters as a kid, so I'd be willing to see them again in theaters. Yeah, look, it would be nice, but look.
Wow, you're old.
Again, it's not about whether or not you like Disney or not. It's simply, I think that the fans deserve this small courtesy. And I may not necessarily count myself as one of those fans anymore, but it is, something to keep in mind.
Well, you're not wrong. G.S. Wolfwood for 5. On one hand, I appreciate having the original cut available. On the other, this feels like being given a kid's Band-Aid after being sucker punched. You're not wrong there.
Yeah. That's 100% what I feel like. I feel like it's like, oh, great. It's a shame,
Like being thrown a bone, right?
Yeah. Speaking of being thrown a bone.
That's the stuffings out of those ugly old piggyback they are! Come on, kids, give me all your money. It's for a good cause. Me! Come on.
But I didn't say anything.
Oh, come on. I had to. It was such a good segue.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we can still potentially hit tier 1. We'll see if we get there.
I want to get there.
They should have just adapted the expanded universe novels from the beginning. I agree, but it's much, much better that they just take them apart, take pieces and parts of it and try to make their own thing.
I suppose. I mean, they've already butchered it enough as is.
I am the same. I have memories of watching them the first time. I still love the IP, just modern day Star Wars is not for me.
No.
Miles Morales is Miles Morales, Peter Parker Spider-Man. We haven't gotten there yet. That was good timing, Master. Yeah, I couldn't help it. It was too good. Getting there. Come on, guys. We are...
Only $41?
We're $59. No, we're $59 away from getting there. It's fine.
You mean 49? I think.
No, 59.
I hate math. Someone do the math for me.
9 plus 1 is 10, which makes that 50. And then 50 plus 50 is $100.
He has to do this with counting life points, too, when we duel. I'm that bad at math.
When do we get more Writing Raven reviews of things she has had, and has she had chocolate yet? Are you referring to the Raven raves? We'll consider it.
Yeah, I haven't done Raven raves in forever.
At
least
hate math.
2 plus 2 was 4, not 5.
Women math.
Hey, I am one of the first to admit that women should not drive. I am because they don't know how and are terrible at it. I should know. I'm one of them. I am not a good driver.
Read it.
4 plus 4 equals 8. 9 plus 1 equals 10. Therefore, 41 plus 41 equals 90, Raven. Ha ha.
It's 82, but okay. Punished John A. Douglas says, hail and good evening. Good evening.
Why have you been punished, sir?
Well, his channel was taken down, I think, at one point. I don't know if he got it back. Common-based Raven take. Yep. Anyways.
What's a based Raven take? What did I say?
41 plus 49 equals, yes, 90. The base Raven take was you saying women shouldn't drive. Watch, that's going to get clipped out, and some haters going to be like, she said women shouldn't drive.
I'm a woman, and I don't think we should be behind the wheel. You guys have no idea how many times I've crashed into things.
Yeah, like right after I proposed to you and you backed out of the driveway right into the neighbor's car.
I was shocked. It was not my fault. Yes, it was totally my fault because it was not the first time I had done it. Not to mention
it's
using
like,
my mother's.
I'm so happy, Crunch.
Not to mention that time my mom let me use her car when I had to go to the library to pick up some holes, and I misjudged the turn, and her side mirror slammed into a dumpster and cracked.
I still think it was so funny. I remember you being in the car going like, I'm so happy. And then I hear crunch.
And that was not the first time I had backed into a neighbor's car, nor was it the last.
It's
at least I wasn't my brother who ended up getting so many speeding tickets. He got his license revoked.
Let's not talk about that. Anyways, no, I didn't get the old channel back. Next year when I get more free schedule, I'll likely do a new one. Okay, fair enough. Keep us in mind. Let us know when it comes back. Too bad I'm not doing memes right now. It's okay. But it's hilarious because literally I remember being in the car and she was like, I'm so happy. It's a crunch. And all I'm thinking is, do you think they'll give us like a free pass because you just got to propose to? Be like, hey, we just proposed. Can you like not dock us a bunch of money?
Maybe someone else should have driven me there so I wouldn't have to do the driving. Or you could have driven. I don't know.
You were the only one who were licensed in the place we were.
Oh yeah, it was my car.
Anyway, doesn't seem like we're getting any more super chats right now, which is a shame. You might not get to have the.
I want more super chats.
But let's go into some game therapy, and maybe that'll shake some things loose.
Yes.
Ready?
Do it.
All right, so keeping in tradition with what we've been doing with our new kind of series that was kind of been done but not really, ish. We are going to talk about a game that we found. We found a game trailer, and we're going to watch it and react to it. We've kind of looked it over. It looks like a game that's our speed, and again, the game is not out yet, but we're going to react to it and give our take on it and kind of see what you guys think of it. I believe the game is called Inkblood. So, you ready?
Yes. Do it.
Going to be pausing intermittently so we don't get copyright claimed. So it looks like you solve murders, but by using the camera to see things in the past that's happened.
And math is on somebody's back.
I just noticed that. That's a little creepy.
I noticed that at first, but serious Fran Bow vibes.
It is, but look, I like the idea that you're like trying to solve this, and you can see the past. It is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's froze.
Yeah, nothing's moving. Oh, there we go. Wait, when you downloaded it, didn't it say corrupted file?
Okay, it got corrupted.
You did say there was a corrupted file when you downloaded something. I thought it was for this.
Let me grab it. I'll get it. Technical. Oh wait, no, wait. We could do it. We could do it. We could do it.
How? Do it again! Do it again!
We can't do it again.
Ooh, we just got something!
We got something?
Yes! Take a look.
Oh, he didn't have to do that.
But the answer is yes! And I am having so much fun. I finally won a duel against Master! But that was only because he had such yeah, and it was because he drew such terrible hands. When Master of the TDS is a top deck champion.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Don't break. It looks cool. Map on the back of a weird guy.
Interesting. Oh, is he your carriage puller?
Yeah, I think so. That's kind of creepy. Now it's working.
Yay.
What is that guy wearing?
Some kind of hat? I think.
I mean, you got to admit, I like the art style. It looks really cool.
Really Fran Bow vibes.
It looks like you solve puddles and stuff. It's cool.
Puddle.
Oh my god, the candle's a nose.
It is?
Look at the candle.
Oh, I see it now. I thought it was a ghost.
It's a nose.
That's creepy. That's creepy.
Was that a laugh?
Yes.
Okay, that was creepy. Solve puzzles. And it's being published by Critical Reflex. They're the same people who made, I think, Mouthwashing?
Mm-hmm, mouthwash. And some other creepy things.
I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's got an interesting art style. You see into the past. You can solve mysteries and solve puzzles. And it looks very twisted and creepy.
Yep.
So yeah, looks interesting. Can't vouch for the game at all, but it looks really cool. So we thought we might as well share it and see what you guys think of it. What do you guys think?
I think, yeah, perfect for our channel, considering how creepy it is.
Ha! Scented candle.
Ah! And you
Solve
did say
puddles.
You said puddles, not puzzles.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. His name is Tum Tum. I have no idea what that is. Mac on the back of the carriage driver? Holy crap. Yep.
Very creepy.
So Master of the TS didn't draw Pot of Greed, allowing you to draw 2 cards from his deck? It's 3 cards. It does what it do, which we might get to.
Speaking of...
Yes, we'll get to it. Gives you Ace Attorney vibes. Looks like a solid, creepy detective game. Yeah, it looks decent. I put it on my wish list. If when I play it, I'll take a look. It looks like Salad Fingers. It does. It does.
Oh my gosh. I think you are right.
It gives me Crooked Moon vibes, especially the song, not the game and advertised. Fair enough. I like the idea. The Return of Obra Dinn was a really interesting game. Never heard of that one. And Eagle Eye with the insane
49.99 super chat. Thank you. Do we have a clip for that?
Yes, we have
something cool.
That.
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour!
That clip will never get old.
Back to the Future is amazing. Now we're really close to hitting tier 1. Can we do it? We keep
live Back to the Future.
We literally are $9 away.
Come on, people.
That's what it do. We got to get there. But okay,
come on, people. We gotta keep our streak going.
At least till we get our avatars, then you can ignore us. Okay, but anyways, let's get into our third topic because we got a third topic that's going to be quite an interesting one.
Oh wow, and we're also doing really well on time today.
Yeah, I think we might end up ending pretty early.
Holy crap! It's been a while since we ended at 2 hours and not 2.5.
We're gonna probably end up. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we get to. Anyway, let's.
Oh, that's interesting. Wait, Tailfin. What Tailfin just said. Fun fact: the speedometer on the DeLorean only goes up to 85. Really? Must depend on the DeLorean then. So does that ruin the whole movie? Then again, it's Doc Brown. He could have totally rewired the car. What you doing, honey? Why are you so silent?
I'm looking up.
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So here's some interesting factual information for you guys. The DeLorean speedometer does not reach 88 miles per hour because original models were capped at 85 miles per hour due to 1970s energy crisis regulations. The car can go faster, around 110 miles per hour, and for the movie, a custom speedometer reading 98 miles per hour was installed for filming so you could see the 88 miles per hour mark for time travel.
Cool.
That is really cool to know.
Master's Back to the Future knowledge has just been expanded.
Well, I didn't look into it because I...
Well, now your knowledge has been expanded. How do you feel about that?
I feel cool. Okay, let's get into our next topic.
Sure.
Ready?
Wait, hold on. Bounce again?
Are you ready?
Yes, and I think you are sitting in a way that when you bounce, I can see that you do not have a bottom half.
What do you mean?
I can see the outline.
Are you sure? It looks fine.
Are you sure? I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing
It looks
things.
100% fine. I'm pretty sure it looks fine. Am I wrong?
I don't know. Am I just seeing things? I feel like I'm seeing you float in the air.
There. How about now?
Better.
Anyway.
Maybe it was fascinating.
How about now? It looks fine now, right?
Yes, it does.
Thanks for ruining the illusion.
I'm sorry. I am insane. Ignore me.
No.
Roar.
She's right. No, she's not. You saw nothing. We're going into our next topic, okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Sarah Pichelli shaped Miles, and her work turned out fine.
But he mirrors Peter closely now that both share the same timeline.
She earns no royalties. Sad, but also true.
Yet a contract is a contract. Marvel owns Miles, not you.
Oh boy. So this is an interesting one.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. Sucks for you.
So So the author, sorry, let me rephrase this. The artist of Miles Morales, the character that's Spider-Man in the Ultimates universe, but then came to our universe, but then went back to the Ultimates universe, then it came back to our universe, and I don't even care anymore.
Yeah. Miles was better when he was in his own universe without a Peter Parker.
Well, apparently she gets no royalties for it, and apparently that made her upset.
Isn't that part of the contract she signed?
Correct, which is the part that's funny, is she's getting upset about it, except for the fact that, first off, she signed a contract, a per work hire contract, which part of it is literally it's exactly this. Part of it is a thing where you only get to have paid for one job and you're move on from it.
So she's getting upset over something that she did completely willingly, knowing what she was getting into. Did she even read the contract?
She probably did, but keep in mind, you may never know that these things will blow up at the point. Now, I think Miles only really blew up because of Spider-Verse, if I'm going to be honest. And I didn't hate Miles at first when he was in his own universe. When they brought him into ours, it kind of got annoying.
Yeah, when they brought him into the main universe, it made no sense because then there were two people called Spider-Man, and it got very confusing. It made more sense for him to be Spider-Man in a universe that did not have a Peter Parker. Am I wrong?
It did a lot. It 100% was the case. It made more sense. And then, to be fair, in that universe, spoilers for anybody who didn't know this, it turns out that Peter was alive, but it's a long story. The point being is Miles is popular only because of Spider-Verse for the most part. And I think it's also interesting to talk about this because it's not just about the fact that, that it's odd that she signed the contract and whatever and what it means, but a lot of people have this thing happen in the industry. It's a very common thing that happens where you sign off on a character and then you end up not getting credit for it. However,
yes.
Here's an interesting question. It brings up an interesting question, which is why I wanted to talk about this.
And what is the question?
Here's the question, though. Miles Morales is clearly, and you can't say otherwise, is clearly based off of Peter Parker Spider-Man, right?
Yes.
It's clearly. So you can see the art over there of Miles, and you can tell it is very clearly based off of Spider-Man's original suit, right?
Yeah, just with reverse colors.
Yes. So here's my question, okay? Should it even be possible to get royalties for something that you didn't fully make? What I mean is that costume and this character is clearly based off of Spider-Man. So if that's the case, then wouldn't it mean that the person who created Spider-Man gets the royalties for your character when you use yours?
Makes sense to me. But that's only logical, and these people hate logic.
I just think it's interesting because if you make a derivative character, which I'm not saying Miles is a derivative, I'm just using that term, okay? He was fine until he wasn't. But the point being is he's a character that was kind of taken from another one, right? So if that's the case, the person who made Spider-Man should be getting the royalties for it. But that's not what happens here. Instead, the person's like, oh, well, I deserve royalties for making this character. And I'm saying, well, I think if anybody deserves royalties, it'd be the person who made the character you based yours off of.
Makes sense to me. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a person who listens to logic.
Yeah, but look, I think it's interesting. I think that look, I'm not going to say this is fair necessarily. I think that I understand where this person is coming from. You never know if something's going to blow up and get to make a bunch of money, and I assume that it's a little bit bitter. But at the same time, this should be a huge credit on her resume. It should be huge.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I mean, if she made the artwork that made him pop, that is iconic for Miles, then yeah, she's right to get upset that no one recognizes her work. But it's still based off someone else's work, and therefore not an original work.
Correct. And so it's interesting to how royalties work. Now, this has always been a thing in the industry with this per work hiring kind of thing. So it's not that surprising, but I think it's interesting that they're coming out and getting annoyed about it and getting upset. And it's like, you don't get any royalties from the $1 billion franchise. It's like, but you knew this. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying she can't be like, darn, I wish I was getting royalties for this. But making it seem like it's some kind of injustice when it was paperwork that you signed knowing full well what you were signing.
Yes, that's why you read a contract before you sign it and have a lawyer look it over to make sure you did not misunderstand anything.
Correct. And look, you could say it was different time period, it was different, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point being is you cannot sign a contract and then get mad at the repercussions of said contract.
Yes.
So I think it's interesting. Now, we know that Miles is getting another Spider-Verse movie, whatever. The question is, do we think that she's going to end up getting royalties from making a fuss about this? Is that what she's trying to do here?
Maybe? I'm just going to assume this is another crazy woman who's just screaming so that she can get money.
I don't know. Look, I think that she should be getting tons of work for being the person who drew the art for Miles Morales, and if she's not getting enough money or whatever, then she might want to think the career that she's in and the choices that she's made. But at the same time, you could go, darn, I wish I hadn't signed away my rights to Miles Morales. It'd be like, fine. But like, this is just a very silly thing, and it's clearly to get attention and maybe hope that you'll get some kind of compensation. And they might just throw something her way to get her to shut up, I guess. But I mean, I think that if you sign a contract, you should be liable for it.
Yeah. If you sign a contract, you have no right to complain.
I think that there are genuine people out there who have done things for Disney, like with Star Wars or whatever, and haven't gotten paid when they are owed royalties, and those people should be paid. I don't think that crying and getting upset about the fact that you're not getting royalties for a character you created when you should be reaping the benefits of the credit of creating that character, that it's kind of funny. Now, it means that she's probably trying to get some attention, and I'm sure it will work. But, I think it's interesting that we've gotten to this point where we have characters based off of other characters, and it makes you really wonder, what does this mean for other characters now? Does it mean that if I make a character that's based off of Wolverine and it looks similar, but it's not the same, do I get royalties for that character if it blows up, or does the person who made the original?
You mean like that X-Saber Yu-Gi-Oh card? That's clearly a combination. Yeah, that's clearly a combination of Sabretooth and Wolverine.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is, like, you can get away with certain things, but other things, like it would be like the person who made that getting mad that anytime someone uses that card, they don't get credit for it when it's based off of Wolverine. So
yeah, I guess that's fair. I know
X-23 exists. It's not
X-23. X-23 was a good character, was a good character until they turned her into Wolverine. And she was only good as Wolverine, as you have said before, my dear, when she was filling in for dead Logan to honor his legacy. When he came back to life, she should have gone back to being X-23.
Yep. And also, I think having Wolverine go, you tell him, when she says she's Wolverine, it's like, no, doesn't work. Sorry. But anyway, it's an interesting situation. We see this all the time. This is a situation where I don't feel it's quite warranted. I'm sure they'll throw something her way to just make her shut up. But we'll have to wait and see kind of what happens if there's any repercussions to this, so to speak.
Yeah. Until then, I'm just going to laugh at her forgetting that she signed a contract.
Womp womp. Not looking good for future employers. True. They'll throw her something to shut her up, a cease and desist letter, probably. Yes, I know X-23 exists. You think she was renamed Scout? X-23?
I haven't heard that.
I'm curious now.
I know she has her own clone called Honey Badger, and you put on your Shogun hat.
No, it's her adopted sister who went by the codename Honey Badger is now Scout.
And it's not technically her. Technically, that sister is actually a clone of her. And Doc had named her Honey Badger. He said,
And
the reasoning is because you're sweet and you have claws.
Okay. Apparently, Laura was called Laura Kinney over X-23. Then she was Wolverine, and she currently uses that name. However, there is another name she's used in the past, apparently. An alternate version of X-23 uses the code name Talon.
That I have heard, I think.
I accidentally triggered my hat.
Yes, you did. Go back!
You saw nothing. The clone has a clone now? Yes.
Yes. Actually, she had 4.
Yeah.
And only one survived and inherited the regeneration and claws. And Gabby also became very good friends with Deadpool, and as a present, she gave him the finger. She literally cut off her own middle finger and put it in a box and gave it to him, and it made him so happy.
Wait, what?
Because she has nanomachines in her body, in her brain, that make her immune to pain. So she cut off her finger and put it in a box as a gift to Deadpool. Because they were friends.
Oh, okay.
And she said, "May it insult you forever." And he was crying with happiness in that comic. It was an interesting comic.
Okay.
And of course, and yes, it grew back because she had a healing factor and claws. But she only has one in each hand.
And one in her foot, I think.
No, Gabby doesn't have one in her foot, just one in her hand.
I think she has one in each of her feet and one in her hands, each of her hands.
I don't remember her having one in her feet.
I don't. You know. I'm not going to debate you. Want to tell you why?
Why?
Do you want to know why?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
The comic wasn't bad, but it was unnecessary.
I want to die.
It was not bad, just unnecessary.
Anyways.
Lumen Diaz for $9.99. It does what it do.
Which means we've hit tier 1. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's get to these other two.
GS Wolfwood for $5. Hey, if Steve Ditko didn't get royalties from the Spider-Man films, then Sarah Pacelli didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of getting them either.
100%.
Snowballs actually do have chances in hell. Hell burns cold, not hot. And Proctophile for $5. Just another crazy woman screaming for money. I'd like us all to take a moment to appreciate Raven for that statement. Haha.
It's true.
Okay, we understand the irony of it now.
We're only hearing half of that, but okay.
I literally just realized why he said that, because I scream for money all the time.
Oh, was that the point she was making?
No, I didn't realize it. That's the point it was Proctophile was making. That's the irony of it.
Raven is showing her classical education. Yes.
What classical
anyway,
education?
We have hit tier 1.
What classical education?
Anyways, we've hit tier 1, so we're going to go to do our tier 1 clip, and then we'll go into the poll, and I don't think we hit the goal, which is fine. But we'll go from there. So without further ado...
We got halfway to the goal. We are 10 out of 20.
It's okay. Let's do the tier 1. We still kept our streak. Ready?
Yes.
Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh!
I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck!
That's not what it does.
Roll my dice! That is what it does. Pot of Greed! Draw 3. I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck! And I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck! Then I play Magic Force, which allows me to play Pot of Greed once again to draw 3 additional cards from my deck!
You know, he's right. And I attack and I win, right?
No!
You don't have any... Well, you don't have any monsters, and...
Oh, he's supposed to be here!
What?
Oh, you got the Celtic Guardian.
My turn! I summon Dark Magician! I also summon Jack's Knight!
What? How? You can't
What are you
summon a bunch of
doing?
cards on one turn. It's against the rules.
You never saw this coming! I summoned Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck!
That's not what it does. It doesn't
That
do
is
that.
what it does.
It doesn't.
That's what it do, Yugi!
That does what it do.
It does,
It does
what it do.
do. I said it first.
I won. I
Nope,
won.
I did.
I got
said
it done completely before you.
Boo.
That's what it do.
Draw 2 cards, no cost to you.
Yeah, that song I got stuck in my head, even though I'm the one who made it.
Yeah. We gotta.
Anyways,
point.
let's go take a look at the poll. Master won tonight. See?
Boo.
Proctor Mouse said it. It must be true.
No.
Raven was like, I won. That's what it do. What do I get?
Nothing.
What do I get? What do I get?
Nothing. You got nothing.
Let's see. What do I get? What do I get? I get to go and
Get a
smash his pool. Don't tell him. I'm in Smash's pool. Don't tell him.
Have you ever actually
Never
done
seen
that
it.
on stream? Have you ever actually done that on stream with Smash? I forget. Maybe once.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it was only once.
There's
think.
apparently lag.
I'm lagging? Why am I lagging? I should not be lagging. La la
Are
la
we
la la la
lagging?
la 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 la.
How much are we lagging?
We should not be lagging. Our internet is perfect. Maybe it's because you're in Smash's pool.
How do you swim without legs? I have legs. You just can't see them. No lag here. Okay. I'm in Smash's pool. Don't tell him. Master, what I would rated my undying love. Well, I already won that.
Yeah, he won that. He married me. Or proposed to me.
You just
or even
glitched
before.
out.
Did I?
For a second, you went. I will say there's one person who comments on all of our videos and says, I don't know what they're talking about. I never hear lag in your videos ever, or you never cut out or anything. I think the chat is trolling you.
Or that we're gaslighting or something. I've seen that comment.
Master name reveal, Bob. No legs, toss him in the pool, and his name will be Bob.
Why Bob?
Because he's bobbing in the pool.
Oh. Then shouldn't it be Tread?
No, hey honey, what do you call a guy with no arms and legs on a wall?
Taxidermy?
Art.
I don't get it.
Hey honey, what do you call a guy with no arms and legs on the floor?
A rug?
Mat.
Ha, ha, ha.
I love that she just does it, just nothing. Silence. Raven, what do you call a man with no arms and no legs and a pile of leaves? I don't know. Rake?
Bug?
Slug?
Dead?
The guy with no arms and legs in the water, Bob. Russell.
Really?
Robot Chicken, Palpatine. You got no arms and legs. I think she should have called you Darth Matt. I remember that. Anyway. Let's move on to the poll. We didn't hit our goal, but that's okay. It's okay. We wouldn't hit the other one either. So, all right. We have a poll currently going that has 151 votes. It says engage with the like button to clock into the night shift. Is Miles Morales Spider-Man? And leading with 61% of the votes, which is the highest votes we've ever gotten.
Woo!
On a thing in one choice. No, he is Miles Morales.
Woo!
Followed by 23% saying nobody cares. 9% say he's cool in Spider-Verse. And 8% says, yes, he is a Spider-Man.
Which is true.
And Paul
Just
is
not
over.
V. Just not
Dad
the
jokes
Spider-Man.
is a hypnotic stream. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hypnotic does dad jokes on his streams? News to me.
I know he lurks here sometimes.
Hey, Hypnotic, can you confirm or deny this? Do you tell dad jokes on your streams?
Miles Morales is Pikachu. Change my mind.
Why Pikachu? Oh, because he has electric powers?
No. If Spider-Man was Pikachu, then Miles Morales would be Mimichu. That one that looks like a really messed up Pikachu.
That mimic, yeah.
Mimikyu?
I think that's
Hypnotic
what it is.
gets dad jokes and super chats. Okay.
Ah.
Oh God, what do you call a man with no arms and no legs under a car? Carlos?
Roadkill. Roadkill.
Dead?
Miles Morales is Static Shock fanfiction.
Jack. Ha. Because he's a car jack. Get it?
No.
Okay. Anyway, we didn't hit our goal for that. So let's do the diagnosis of the week. Then we will do memes afterwards. Okay?
Yes. We got some good ones tonight, I think.
We do?
I mean, I took a look at a few of them and they seemed funny.
I was worried because we normally only have a couple people doing memes. So let me take a look.
Cue Jeopardy music.
There's a lot of them. Oh boy, they're not. Oh boy, we got a couple people today. Cool.
Yay.
Okay. Okay, we'll get to it. Let's go into the diagnosis of the week, okay? New trend started dad jokes. No. Anyway, let's get into the diagnosis of the week. Are you ready?
Begin. And now it is time for the diagnosis of the week.
Where we take events from the week and relate them to a mental illness.
Because Hollywood is full of them, and you should be aware.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for you this week.
Do tell.
The diagnosis for this week is palingenesis.
Please explain.
Oh, sorry, palingenesis.
Please explain.
So palingenesis is a historical and philosophical term describing cyclical rebirth. Cyclical, I think?
Cyclical.
Cyclical rebirth, where what once existed returns under the appearance of renewal. Instead of creating what is new, the old is resurrected, polished, and presented as transformation. Palingenesis offers the feeling of progress while avoiding the risk of invention, allowing industries to repeat familiar structures rather than evolve beyond them. In cultural production, it becomes a creative loop disguised as forward motion, revival mistaken for reinvention, and the past recycled as if it were the future. As if it were future.
In relation to today's topics, with the Netflix-Warner merger, palingenesis is exemplified by the ongoing absorption of studios into ever larger bodies where acquisition masquerades as a future growth. Whether this merger happens or not is irrelevant. The cultural pattern remains the same. One entity consumes another, IP libraries rotate instead of expand, and recycled content is presented as new opportunity rather than a shrinking creative gene pool.
With the Star Wars 1977 re-release, palingenesis is exemplified by Disney returning to Lucas-era cuts for profit while refusing to confront the collapse caused by the sequels. Instead of evolving the franchise, they restore the past to keep the corpse moving. A win at the box office will be treated as progress, even if it only proves audiences still prefer what existed before the decline.
And with the Miles Morales royalty debate, palingenesis is exemplified in the creation of a character who is praised as new but structurally mirrors Peter Parker. The artist signed away royalties knowingly, and the controversy raises a question. If the product is derivative of the original blueprint, is compensation for innovation owed, or is Marvel merely profiting from a cyclical rebirth of Spider-Man under a different face?
It's a good question.
Indeed.
And that's why I think this is a great diagnosis for this week.
Agreed. I love that you're able to find these new terms all the time. It's so awesome.
It's not easy, but whatever. Puffer
Hi,
is
Puffer.
approving of this term.
Producer Puffer agrees.
Producer Puffer says he approves.
No, he says, screech!
DM'd you a short. It's a good one. A short?
Kinda short. Why dad jokes? Okay, we'll save that for later.
No, we're not watching it on stream. Thanks for the super chat. We'll take a look afterwards. Foreign says Gothic Therapy is so strange, guys, in that I just got Flash ownership to the theaters. How government forced them to break up? Are we seeing another one about to happen? We'll have to see. Hail executive producer Puffer. Okay, let's get into the memes. It's time for memes, guys. Memes.
Memes upstream. Memes of streams. Memes of streams.
Want to see my new avatar, the Asylum Seekers? After throwing Graven off the stream. That's bad. Turning 30. You know what's funny? That girl looks kind of like your avatar a little bit.
No.
Just a little. Just imagine your hair parted the same way. No. Ash Greninja. What is this?
Yeah, seriously, what is that? That looks like a frog.
It's a evolution of Greninja that looks like Ash. It's complicated.
I don't even know what Greninja is.
Ash vs. Yugi came out. You have no time in your schedule to watch it.
I'll be honest, I don't care. Yugi wins. That's all there is to it.
Netflix burning down Hollywood.
And nothing of value was lost.
Warner Bros, Disney, Paramount, Netflix, Universal, Crunchyroll, Cable. It would have been better if you put Cable's face, Cable from Deadpool.
To be fair, it is the same actor.
Oh yes, you're right. I forgot. That's hilarious.
Disney, bad adaptation of a franchise advertised through creative ways. Consumers.
Yep.
This is Palingenesis in action. This is an average Rammstein concert.
Cool. Looks like I'd have to...
It's crazy pyrotechnics.
Me watching movie theaters slowly dying be replaced by mass streaming service HideMine. This is fine.
I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. Slurp. Do hast.
Oh, this is Bowser. It's Disney holding up the Bowser. It's Bowser holding the painting, but it's Star Wars episode, the original episode 4. I like it. Let me watch it without subscribing to your streaming service. That's pretty good.
Du hast mich.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor. I don't get it.
Yeah, I have no idea what that's from.
Women drivers, Asian women drivers. Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture.
It's the same
picture.
Oh,
come on. We don't know. Well, Fatal Frame's not... it's not bad. I've seen this at the DeLorean Uncensored. Sprouse, nigga. Sarah Pacelli, yada, 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 yada. Basically, you don't know your creation, LMAO. I love this big poop.
That's
right
funny.
There. Screw you. Legal mumbo jumbo. That's not bad. I'm not turning 30. I'm turning 29 for the second time. Denial. Anger. Bargaining. Depression. That's not butter. Acceptance. Margarine. That's kind of... Zapping Raven with dad joke. What are you making me, Hassan?
Master doesn't do dad jokes. He does puns. There's a difference.
I do not shock anybody. I'm making that clear. I tend to shock people sometimes, but not with actual shocking things. That's Hassan's job.
No, you're just the human bug zapper on Twitter.
Yes, they go, it's so beautiful. Logic.
I can't resist. I cannot resist insulting him. Must insult.
It's probably because Raven wanted a purple lightsaber.
Oh,
Yep.
Fair enough. I got tired of the red one. I always played as the Sith, but I wanted purple. A goth must have a purple lightsaber. It's only
I'll
fair.
pay you more for you to show it tonight. It's great. Well, I guess we have a little time.
How much are you willing to pay?
Fine.
No, no.
No, we're not making him pay. He does. It's Proctafile. He does. Proctafile does. No, hey. No. No.
Fine. Sorry.
And shout out to the people over on Odyssey, PlayStation, Noble Dragon, MK, everybody
It's
else.
so funny that we have someone in our Odyssey board of the Asylum called Hallucination. I find that hilarious.
Our Odyssey ward? That's what we got to call it from now on. The Odyssey ward. Oh my God. That's
Twitter ward, Odyssey ward.
Okay, I got to open it on my end. Hold on.
I literally just came up with that on the spot, by the way.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna watch how it's not gonna work.
Knowing our luck.
Okay, I'm sharing this.
Okay.
Let me guess. It doesn't play. You don't hear anything.
You may think that dad jokes just make you groan.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Can everybody else hear that?
Chat, can you hear this?
We hear it. Okay.
Or roll your eyes. But I'm here to change your mind. Dad jokes are actually awesome. And here's why.
Really?
Gonna time you out for that.
For what?
Gonna time him out.
Oh,
Timing him out.
Proctafile.
Gonna time him out for that. Think I won't? You think I won't?
I had an urge to chuckle, but I repressed it.
Got me good. Worth it. I'm not gonna time you out, but I want to. Fine. We'll do this instead, okay? This is your punishment.
That's it. I've had it.
Hey, thanks for slicing the pie, Grin.
Pie.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're good for now. We did have, you know what? I can show a sneak peek of the avatar, but it'll be hilarious. I'll show you a sneak peek.
Which one?
This is all you get to see. If you see, my sleeves have been fixed. They are not puffy.
And his shoes are now black.
That's it. That's all you get to see. You're welcome. See, it's my bottom half. You see, you can't see it off screen, but I'm going to have a bottom half now.
Me too.
I do have legs. They exist. Hashtag Master has legs. People should just start posting things on Twitter just saying hashtag Master has legs, and no one will have any idea what the heck they're talking about.
You guys should totally do that, by the way. Start a trend.
The legs weren't implied. Nice pants. Thanks. All right.
Yeah,
anyways, we have made it for 2 hours. Proof that I wear the pants in the relationship. Let's go. Let's go.
Master is always right. So,
left leg of the master, right leg of the master. TDS, any chance you'll get deeper into the VR biometrics issue? We have more information on it, but right now the main goal is to focus on the VTuber avatars. Once we've gotten those
we're
streamlined.
Master has decided to take a break from the exposés. They are a lot more work than people think.
No.
He could use a break.
I meant taking a break until after we let's get our avatars up and running. Let's get things going like smoothly with that and like get a rhythm going, and then we'll jump into other things. I can't promise we'll get back to that, but we will keep an eye out if anything develops there. All right, I think that's good. Thanks everybody for being here. Stay tuned for a final message from the Master of Ceremonies.
And holy crap, we made great time tonight.
Yep, and thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all for 17,000 subscribers. We will probably do a celebration stream for 20K.
So if you guys want to help, if you guys want to help us get 3,000 more subscribers, share the word.
Yep. Anyways, thanks all for being here, and that's it.
Until next week, happy nightmares.
TikTok, the stream ends with midnight chimes. Pixelated therapy, cross digital lines. Hit subscribe for the void to make sense. Comment your woes, a form of recompense. Like the shadows merge in the twilight's haze, our channel's a refuge, a weird therapy maze. Can't pay a shrink, we got you fam. Laughs and guidance in this goth jam. Like the video break, the algorithm style, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace of humor as a cure. Own the night with our ghastly delight. Vendor of laughs in the negative light. Darker than your overcooked roast. Sub to the channel that you love the most. Bell tolls, it's the end time fair. But your issues, leave them right there. Strings of crypt, bury your dread. Return tomorrow for the undead.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, "Later,